So here we are again at the end of another year. No other qualifiers. There's very little that I can say in this video that I haven't said already in the multitude of videos that I have made on this subject over the past 10 years. 10 years we've been doing this, and 10 years I have been sounding the alarm on what an absolute farcical joke that this championship format produces. I genuinely have no idea what else to say at this point, and the fact that these videos keep needing to be made is just a testament to human nature, a testament to what happens when one has to push their psyche to the absolute breaking point. And yeah, there's a dude posting a bunch of graphics to his X account. Really, I don't even need to, show you the problem with this graphic. Can you kids at home shout at the TV, at your computer screen, at your phone, what the problem with this image is? Why is the season-long champion a guy who not only failed to get the most wins on the season, the most top 5s on the season, the most top 15s on the season, the most top 20s on the season, the best average finish on the season, the best average driver rating on the season, and consecutive good runs? Man doesn't even have the most DNFs on the season. He is literally first in absolutely 0 categories. He is not first in points earned during the chase. He is not first on points earned during the season. He is first in no categories. And yet, somehow, is supposed to be the champion, the entire series champion for the year 2023. Moving on to the Cup Series. This man made a similar graphic for the Cup Series. Can someone please explain to me how the season-long champion of 2023 does not have the most wins in 2023, the most top 5s in 2023, the most top 10s in 2023, the most top 20s in 2023, and yet, he is the champion of the 2023 season. This video is an interesting one because I'm sure everyone is going to say the same shit in the comments section. First of all, they're going to say, "Thought you were done," which is a 4-word phrase only spoken by virgins. The other thing they're going to say is that you're just mad that the biggest douche in the truck series is now supposedly a 2-time champion, despite leading in absolutely no categories that would make someone believe that they were a champion of anything other than mediocrity. You see, the thing is that everyone should know by now that I would literally marry Ryan Blaney if he came through this door right now and asked for my hand, put a ring right on there. I would drop to my knees and I would say, "Yes, master," if that were to happen. He is not deserving of the 2023 championship, even sparsely. Ryan Blaney has the worst average finish of a champion in their championship season. Until winning Talladega last month, Ryan Blaney went 15 straight races with no finishes better than 9th. 2023 season champion. Ryan Blaney leaves the Phoenix race 131 points behind William Byron. In 6th place in full season points, over 2 full races from Byron, who had a 60-point penalty this year, by the way. There are 5 drivers that had a better average finish this season than Ryan Blaney. And don't think that I'm leaving Cole Custer out of this because he is an exception to the rule, because in fact Cole Custer was probably the most deserving champion this season, even though he came into the final race 2 full races behind John Hunter Nemechek in full season points. Cole Custer finishes 4th out of all drivers in full season points, 107 points behind John Hunter Nemechek. A full race behind 3rd place in points, Austin Hill. I'm old enough to remember when Cole ran like 14th for like 3 straight races at the start of the year, and everyone was saying how much of a hack he was, and how, you know, him going down to Xfinity was supposed to solve his problems of being walking mediocrity. When in fact, he is now standing as the season champion. The guy from before that was making all the graphics made a graphic for the Xfinity series in which we see Cole Custer actually making appearances, which is more than both other champions can say. I guess Cole kind of deserves it. The biggest problem with this championship format is not knockout rounds. The biggest problem that everyone's been pointing out, rightfully so from the beginning, is the fact that the entire season, 9 months, millions of dollars, and weeks upon weeks of being away from home for hundreds, nay thousands of NASCAR personnel in all 3 series. Everything comes down to one race at one certain track type with everyone on the track at the same time, every competitor, as many cars as will show up to the track that they are allowed to fit in the race, everyone's there. And some dumbass wrecking himself from 28th place 2 laps down is able to affect the outcome of a 9-month season where weeks of someone's life is spent away from home, and if they want to be with their family for the majority of it, they have to work, they have to be nomads, be like homeschooled or something. Which, I mean, you know, if you swing that way, what's stopping you? But all of it comes down to one race. And there's always going to be 4 individuals who are a part of said race for the championship. No matter how few of them deserve it, no matter the season that they had before the chase began, no matter anything really. If you're able to have 1 good race, 2 good races all season long, you can finish last in every other event, and you can be champion. And even then, Rhodes got 1 garbage win this season. You know, that's what he's known for. He's known for getting absolute garbage wins that only come when the guy that should have won the race chokes it away. Or, you know, the entire top 5 pits in front of him, and he just exists and wins. But yes, I'm supposed to believe that 8 career wins having Ben Rhodes is supposed to be a two-time Truck Series champion. I'm just supposed to stand aside and be okay with this. After Corey Heim misses an entire race and still comes into the finale with a full race lead, 60-plus points over second in the entire season standings, coming into the final race of the season with 15 straight top 10s, I'm supposed to believe that he does not deserve the championship because he got wrecked while leading the championship in the final race of the season. I'm supposed to believe that he does not deserve the championship despite being in the best truck all season and having a 15-race top 10 streak. And even then, let's take a look inside of this Final Four. Let's take a little bit of look further. I'm just supposed to believe that Grant Enfinger doesn't deserve this championship after not finishing outside of the top 20 in all 23 races of the Truck Series season. That alone is borderline a god tier season. In a series like the Trucks, where there's a bunch of non-driving rich kids that can only make passes if they wreck your shit doing so. And Grant managed to avoid all that, all the while winning 3 races on the season. Not like he was just, running 20th with no one around him the entire race and finishing there. No, he was a contender almost every week. But he does not deserve the championship, because 2 guys decide to wall each other with 3 laps to go and set up an 8-wide restart. 8 wide. Everyone's seen this picture this weekend, but I'm supposed to believe that 1 win on the season ain't done a shit in his entire career. Ben Rhodes is supposed to be the champion after doing absolutely fuck all the entire year and having 3 good races at the end of the season. After doing absolutely jack fuck all the entire year, I'm supposed to stand by and just accept that he is the 2023 season champion when he led absolutely no categories in the 2023 season and had no pace to speak of for the majority of the 2023 season. So there is no solution to this problem, because NASCAR got exactly what they wanted out of all 3 races. All 3 races. Truck race was everything they could have ever dreamed. Brian France's wet dream on a silver platter is the championship contenders wrecking each other out, racing for the championship in the final race. Setting up multiple green-white checkers with multiple 8-9 wide situations on the stupidestly designed track on the schedule. That is everything that they've ever wanted from this system. Right there. Right there. Right there. Just this one screen cap. That is everything that they've ever wanted from this system. And no matter how much any of us on the outside speak out against this garbage bag format that rewards farcical championships, that I cannot honestly see anyone taking seriously. Any genuine individual who wants to see a sporting competition take place, I genuinely cannot see how any of them wouldn't see this as some sort of made-for-TV soap opera type shit. And the same goes for Blaney. Blaney, by all metrics, did not have a championship tier season. In fact, if anything, last year, he had a much more respectable season from start to finish. And if anything, he should have won that championship. The NASCAR lost all credibility after the 2020 Truck Series final race, after the 2020 Truck season finale. They lost all credibility in that exact moment. And I knew that they were never going to change the format again, and they were probably never going to leave Phoenix and go to a different, final race of the season, unless it was Daytona or Talladega, I guess. That's the only other place that I ever foresee the final race of the season taking place at, is one of them. But that was the moment I knew they got everything that they wanted. They got everything that Brian France wanted from the start back in 2004. They got exactly what they want. They got their made-for-TV soap opera at the expense of all of us. Not just the drivers, not just the teams, but all of us. All of us. All of us are being cheated by a system that rewards mediocrity for the entire season, and even then continues to award mediocrity even as, the chase begins. You can just back your way into the Final Four And just like that, you've got a shot. And if enough people wreck themselves, well, there you go. Suddenly, you're a champion of the sport. And we're supposed to sit back and take that seriously. And the go-to that everyone on X will say is, oh, so you want the Winston Cup format, don't you? Don't you know that that's, outdated and stuff? And that there were not great champions in that too? I'm not asking for that format. If anything, awarding stage points, I think that's justified. I think earning, 10 points here and there for running good at a certain point of the race, I don't see anything wrong with that, honestly. It's just the chase. It should not come down to 4 drivers. 'Cause hardly there's even 4 drivers ever fucking in contention for being the best driver of the entire season. Most of the time, one guy runs off with it. But that's okay. That's okay. NASCAR is the only series that being the best all season is a detriment. Really. Really, it's a detriment. How many guys have amazing seasons where they're absolutely untouchable from race 1 to the penultimate race? And they're clicking off good runs over and over. What's the point of even bothering? What's the point of even bothering with trying to perform all season? What's the point of even trying to be the best driver of the entire season when you can win the first race of the season and practically take the next 5 months off? This video's gone on for too long, dude. Hey, I'm just repeating myself at this point. I'm just saying shit that I said in the other videos. There's no reason to even make this. Because anyone with sense can see it. Any honest actor, anyone actually acting with honesty in their hearts, knows that what we're witnessing every year is a farce. We all know this. All that I ask for, you can reward, first place. You could give whoever's leading every single lap 1 point each and just have that be what the system is. You could award the guy who wins the race 100 points and the rest of the field nothing. You could award the guy that finishes 13th an extra 13 points just because, the 13th place award is sponsored by fucking Lowe's or something. You can do that. But why does it have to come down to 4 guys every time? Why? Why do we need this? Oh, it's so we can get stuff like that. Wow. Invigorating stuff. Anyway, I've made this video about 6 times at this point, so I think you get the fucking hint. In any case, I've been Kamikaze, and I don't know what to fucking say at this point. Guess I'll see you fucking next year. Mathematically, he was not even within striking distance of... Well, I don't want to fucking make that claim and get fucking fact-checked in the fucking comment section. Oh, man.